In this video, we'll be explaining every controversy that the Roblox game Dandy's World has faced. Let's start with the controversy regarding its former primary developer. What do we mean by this? In October 2024, one of Dandy's World's developers, a user named Rock Serpent, was exposed for being a very bad person. Around this time, a document was released by a Twitter user named Duck Adam again that outlined all of the bad stuff that Rock Serpent had done up to that point. Something I do need to note is that as of the recording of this video, the Google Doc has been deleted for violating Google's terms of service. However, there are archives of the document, so we'll be going off of those. First off, we need to discuss who Rock Serpent even is. They are a former Roblox developer who is best known for co-creating the games Flavor Frenzy and Dandy's World. He's also gone by quite a few different names, some of which include Jakers, Traveling Moonrock, and Chill Faceless. Essentially, Rock Serpent has been developing games on Roblox for quite a while. Now that we know who Rock Serpent is, we can dive into the bad stuff that he has done. The first thing he was exposed for was talking inappropriately to people who are underage. Two individuals whom Rox had done this to are named Tom and Buddy. These are most likely not their actual names, but placeholder names used to protect their identities. Anyway, throughout 2020, Rox interacted with the two in very inappropriate ways. Some examples include Rox acting inappropriately with Buddy, who was 13 years old at the time, and dating Tom, who was also a minor at the time. Rox even made Tom send naked pictures of himself, which is a literal crime in itself. Under US law, this would qualify as Rox possessing cheese pizza. Speaking of that, in 2021, Rox also drew cheese pizza of another minor named Gary, who was 15 years old at the time. Aside from the obvious problems with this, Rox was 18 when he committed the latter action. This basically guaranteed that he was committing federal crimes by doing this. Since there is a lot to talk about, we'll skip ahead. Rox eventually uploaded a response video to all of these allegations. I say response video in quotation marks because it's not even a good response. What made the video truly awful was how Rox used the death of his cat to guilt trip viewers and fans of the game. Just because your cat died, which is very sad in itself, that does not mean you can use it to gain sympathy from others. There's a whole lot more I can discuss, but that would just make this video extremely long. So, what happened after all of this came out? One of the other developers of Dandy's World, Quelver, posted a response to all of the allegations against Rock Serpent. Essentially, Quelver stated that Dandy's World would stop getting updates as she would need to find a new developer. This may seem like the end of the story, but it's not. Quelver was also exposed for not doing anything about Rox when he was doing his thing. Whenever someone brought up the allegations, Quelver would defend Rock Serpent and deny that anything bad had happened. It was not until Roblox YouTuber Lemmy released a video about Rock Serpent that Quelver took action. Thankfully, in the time following this entire situation, Rock Serpent has been terminated on Roblox and no longer works on Dandy's World. Would you say that justice was served or did more need to be done? Let us know in the comments below. Another controversy involving Dandy's World has to do with its community. One issue with the Dandy's World community is the prevalence of adult parties within the game. Essentially, the players of Dandy's World get into service and have freaky time with each other. This was revealed in a video titled The Dark Side of Dandy's World by Roblox YouTuber May. I do want to say that this isn't a Dandy's World problem, but more of a Roblox problem. These types of parties don't only happen in Dandy's World. Anyway, another issue with the Dandy's World community is the amount of not safe for work content being made about it. The most notable creator of this content is a user called Sus Dandy's World Heater. To say the content they post is inappropriate will be an understatement. One of the 3 videos they posted depicts one of the Dandy's World characters bouncing up and down. In case you don't understand, they're riding Dandy. I didn't show the video because no one needs to see it. Needless to say, this outraged everyone who came across the video. Hi, welcome to my bleach shop. 1 like equals nothing, 100 likes equals bleach. We sold out, help us. Seats for therapy, infinite seats. Also, there is everything you need to have a nice day. Team what the fuck button here. Therapy seats, infinite left. I summoned a therapy to get you guys in, so here, we have bleaches, foods, and holy waters. Even though this is already shocking enough, it becomes worse when one remembers that Dandy's World's target audience is little kids. They should not be exposed to this type of content, especially considering how inappropriate it is. This is related to another issue with the community of Dandy's World, shipping. What is shipping? It's when someone wants 2 characters to be in a relationship. This is a big part of the Dandy's World community, as seen on the YouTube platform. There are tons and tons of videos of people shipping the characters of Dandy's World. What makes this really bad is that, as stated before, Danny's World is a game whose target audience is little kids. Shipping is not something that little kids should be exposed to. At least, shipping in the context of Danny's World should not be allowed. In a nutshell, the Danny's World community is definitely one of the most problematic aspects of the game. Of course, Quover and the other people behind the game can only do so much. Still, the game's community is one of the worst parts about the game as a whole. Another controversy involving Danny's World has to do with its content creators. For this video, we'll be talking about a YouTuber named Profession Jake. He's a somewhat popular creator, having over 122,000 subscribers as of April 2025. Knowing this, what has he done to give the Danny's World community a bad name? He's been exposed for being a very disgusting person. This can be seen in some of his animations that are still up on YouTube. One notable example is a video titled OV, uploaded on October 17, 2024. In this video, V was walking by when Shelly conveniently bent over. V looks at Shelly's rear and immediately runs away, prompting confusion from Shelly. Needless to say, people started calling out Jake for making an inappropriate video like this. However, he simply dismissed the backlash, stating that the video was a joke. This doesn't make sense, as the characters depicted are all underage. Along with this, Danny's World is a game targeted towards children. Videos like the one we shared should not be shown to little kids. The controversies do not stop there, however. A user named Bryce went digging into Jake's history and he found quite a lot. For one, Profession Jake has been caught trash-talking Quover, the developer of Danny's World. Here are a few examples of this in action. In addition, Jake has also been caught talking inappropriately to a minor. Well, not one, but two minors. Jake even sent an inappropriate video to the second individual. Of course, this behavior is not okay, especially since Jake is over the age of 18 years old. How did he respond to these situations? He simply brushed it off and claimed that the second victim was fine with being sent the inappropriate video. After some further backlash, Jake created a Google Doc apologizing for what he did, as well as saying he would leave the internet. He didn't do this for long, however, as Jake soon returned and claimed he didn't do anything. He ended up having a mental breakdown, insulting various YouTubers that exposed him. Considering all of this happened on Twitter, his account eventually got terminated. Something I do want to say is that the Profession Jake situation isn't related to Danny's World itself, but more towards the idea of the game's community being very problematic. Considering the fact that Profession Jake is one of the most popular members of the Danny's World community, his actions give the game's community a bad look. Knowing that Profession Jake is a very problematic individual, do you think he should be terminated from the YouTube platform? Let us know in the comments below. And that is every major controversy involving Danny's World that has happened as of April 2025. For a game that's only been out for over a year, it has gotten into quite a few controversies. It surprises me just how weird the game's community is, especially with the type of content being posted about various Danny's World characters. Along with the fact that one of its developers was exposed for being a horrible person, it's no wonder people have developed a pretty bad perception of Danny's World. How do you feel about all of these controversies? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. With everything being said, make sure to watch this video next.